crafty friends. Welcome to Happy Place Crafting, crafting therapy for the soul. I hope you all are terrific. Hold on, let me get centered a little bit here. My mat keeps scooting. I'm going to have to put it down permanently. I hope you all are doing well. I'm doing fabulous today. And we are on day 13. Day 13, almost halfway there, of Dear Prompt, which is prompt cards plus art play equals this journal. And for you, it'd be your journal. So, let's get to picking the cards. Get down to business. Let's do that one. Action. Let's mix it up. Whoops, that one just fell off. Well, it's not that one. It was this one. We'll have to fix that. They keep falling off. Okay. I've learned a trick for that. Instead of gluing these, I have been printing them off on sticker paper and just sticking them on, and they stay on much better. Because, you know, cards are a little bit... their surfaces are slick a little bit, you know what I mean? So it's hard sometimes to get glue to stick to them. Okay, so we picked an action, an element. I think we're on the front this time. I don't know, that one's speaking to me for some reason, so let's go with that one. And a make, let's go with whatever this is. Is that just one? It feels bigger than that. Okay. Let's set those aside and see what we've got to work with today. And let's get a close-up. Here we go. Are we ready? The color is Heavy Heat. Heavy Heat. Oh my goodness. That's going to be interesting. Ooh. The action is weave. We need to weave something. The element is washi tape. So maybe we're going to be weaving washi tape. I don't know. And the make is a tip in. Oh, wait. Well, what are we going to do about that? Ay. We're going to do a tip in. That's going to be interesting. That's going to give us a lot of work. We better set the timer, because that makes us doing, kind of doing 2 pages instead of 1, right? Okie doke. What do we want to do today? We need to weave something. Maybe the tip-in will be woven. Washi tape, that's not really that difficult. Heavy heat is the thing. Okay, so maybe we'll make the tip-in woven. Heavy heat. What color? I'm kind of thinking red. Like a really dark, grungy red. Let's get grunge. Let me pull the grunge papers. See if we have a red. I don't know if we do. I don't know if we have. Oh, I forgot I got these. Oh, that might be interesting. I forgot I got those. Okay. See, I just got them the other day, too. This is how short of a brain span I am. Pink. No. Purple would look good with the board next to it, but no. We need something red. Why do we not have any red? Darcy must not like red. She must be just opposed to it. Let's see. The only thing about that is it's really going the wrong way. Heavy heat. Oh, let's zoom you back out so you don't get. Oh, I didn't do it. What is it doing? Okay, I think it's all right now. Let's see. I want like a grungy red. People don't do grungy reds, apparently. We might have to take a red and then make it grungy. Yeah, because how do I not have a grungy red? That's kind of ridiculous. I have a thought. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should just pick the reds. Dirt. Wait, let's look through the reds first and see if there's any kind of grunge in here. I don't have a lot of red in here. Oh, that's kind of, I think that misprinted. Maybe. That's kind of grungy though. That might work. These are from Joey. Those aren't really grungy. I don't have a ton of red. Wait, let's look at the damask real quick and just make sure. I think I'm going to end up using that one from the Junk Journal Studio. Because I don't see red in here either. But have people not used red? Or maybe I've used them all because I don't have that much red. Yeah. Lots of blues and pinks. I'm not seeing any red in there, so we don't have much choice. I say we use that one. Okay, so we're gonna use that. Let's get our scissors and cut the border off of this, and then see what we're working with. This is from Botanical Collage and Cluster Mega Pack, Red Add-on Freebie, page 3, the Junk Journal Studio. It says personal use only. I am using it for personal use. That does pretty good, actually. I think we're going to do this, and then I might run washi tape there. This totally does not, well, it doesn't go horrible together. Okay, let's just put this down. See, this is not something I would totally pick again. Bringing me out of my comfort zone. for sure. Okay. All right. Get it down good. All right. Let's see. I have a bunch of homemade washi tape, and I was thinking, what if we used a piece of this? Let's see. This is a 1/4 inch. Let's cut a piece. Oh, we're not gonna be able to do a 1/4 inch there. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if we can mark a 1/4. I'm gonna mark it there. Right there. And we're gonna mark it right there. Let's see if we can cut this. We're gonna leave this part here. All right, we're gonna do it there and there. All right. Let's see how that did. And once again, this is homemade washi tape that I made from sticker paper. And like, you can print on it. This one I inked with alcohol markers, but you can print on it. See, I have all kinds of different ones, cherries and all kinds of cute little ones. Okay, let's try to erase that and erase that. Okay, now just gonna cut that. We have a little piece of tape now. All right, and then we're gonna take this off of here. Come on. There we go. See how it's clear like tape? And we're just gonna put it right there. And it'll give it some color. Just like that. Fabulous. Okay. Let's get rid of that one. Put those aside. Okay, so we've got our, all right, so we used washi tape and we've got heavy heat. Now we need to do weave and we need to do a tip in. How do we want to do this? I kind of feel like I want to try something. What if we did something like this? What if we have a thought? All right. Let's do it there. Inch there. An inch there. All right, what if we let's see, how wide is this? What if we did one every half an inch? Let's just see if this works. I don't know. I've never tried to do anything like this, so we'll see. Okay. All right. We're going to go from there to there. Let's do this. Okay. To there. Okay. And here to there. The other day I was watching Dawn. She had the most beautiful weaving, like a cover that she did. It was so pretty. It looked like it was wooden inlet by the time she got done with it. It was so pretty. And I thought, and she did it with brown paper bags. And I thought, I've woven with brown paper bags before, and mine did not end up looking like that. So I don't know. She's a genius, that one is. She for sure is. So I'm sure she will have no problems at all with this prompt. Because she obviously was as a master weaver. She must have woven things in her life before, or in her past life or something, I don't know. But she might have been a basket maker or something. Okay. Gotta get that one. I'm gonna make sure that it's all the way through. That one didn't seem to take. There we go. Oh, that one didn't either. Not all the way. Alright. Now we've got that. Alright, let's erase our lines here. And here. Oops. Oops, 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 oops. Where are they here? Okay. And this is fairly sturdy because it's brown paper bag, so okay. I think we'll cut, let's cut 1/4-inch strips. And then we'll cut them. Or did I do 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch? 1/2 inch. Dirt. Okay. So let's mark this. Whoops. That one was not right. Hello. Would help if you measured correctly. Oh, it's early in the morning. It's not even, oh, it is 8 o'clock now. It's 8:09. Too early to be mathing though, that's for sure. My math brain does not want to work this early in the morning. And then, of course, these are going to be too long, so I think we'll cut them in half. So that'll give us 14. I don't know how many we'll need. We're going to need more than that. Do I have another one of these? Well, I have some more strips here. I could use a couple more. Whoops, not that one. Oh, these were the top of the bag. We might be able to do something with those. Okay, let's get this. Great. And we're gonna, wow, okay. We should be able to do 3. 2 and a half. 2. 1 and a half. 1. And then quarter. Alright. Got those. Let's try to do a few more. Let's see. Let's do 1 and a half. That doesn't look as, oh well, it'll be alright. 1. And then a quarter. Let's just a half, let's guess. That's pretty close. Okay. We'll do another one. And then that hopefully will be enough. If we need more, then we'll do more. Okay, wait. It's a little over 2, so 1 and a half. Be like, and then 1. That's good. Alright, let's see if this. Alright. We need to cut these in half. So let's cut them. 1. 2. Well, okay, so 2, 4. Hopefully we have enough. It kind of wants to do it right there, so we'll do it. It seems like that's about the middle there. There we go. There we go. that song, Hot Time, Summer in the City, is going through my head. I think it's because of the color. That's so silly. Do you guys remember Richard Simmons and Sweating with the Oldies? Oh my gosh, I remember. I had like, let's see, I had just had my son, my oldest son, and so I was trying to lose baby weight. So I was doing, he had like a meal a deal or deal a meal or something like that thing. I got that, and I would sweat to the oldies and try to lose weight. Trying to lose my baby weight. Ugh, if only I could be that weight again, I would be thrilled. Okay, let's weave this. In and out, in and out, in and out, up, in and out. Okay. And I think we're gonna need, we'll need to eventually glue it on the other side. Okay. And this one. Do-do-do-do. I like to weave. I could have been a weaver in another life. Or in this life. I don't know. Well, I do like to weave. It makes sense to me. I like things that make sense. Okay. Just got done watching The Gilded Age from this Sunday. It's so good. Who would have known? And it's so funny because the one character, the one lady, she was in, I think it was Miranda in Sex and the City. I think her name's Charlotte now in The Gilded Age. I didn't like her in Sex and the City at all, but I love her character now. So, and it's so funny to me, I was thinking about it earlier, how funny it is that I like her character so much now. Because she's kind of becoming a boss lady. And I like that about her. I guess I always felt like she's so wishy-washy. Those are the kind of roles that she played. I don't know what she's like in person, you know, real life, but the kind of role that she played, I always felt like she wasn't very strong in many ways. Okay. There we go. I'm liking the look of this so far. And if you don't want to sit here and watch me weave this, which I totally understand, just fast forward it. It's fine. I don't think I have any major stories for you at the moment. I have counseling today. That should be interesting. I get to unpack all the crud from court. So that'll be... But I actually know that my counselor's going to be super proud of me, so there's that. That's always a good feeling. I mean, not that I need her approval, but it's nice when somebody recognizes, you know, that it's not easy and kind of is understanding of that, I guess. I'm not always sure everybody in my life totally understands, or they kind of get tired of having to understand. You know what I mean? And so she kind of gets paid to understand, so that's her job. So that should be interesting. I do feel like all of you, though, gave me quite a bit of strength that day. And the funny thing was, there was a lady, we were kind of waiting downstairs in the lobby. There's like a huge hallway in the courthouse, and we were just hanging out there because we were all early. I didn't want anybody to have to rush. I wanted everybody to have plenty of time to get there and get settled. And so we were down there, and this lady came up to us and was talking. It was funny because I had my walker, and it's a nice walker, and it's like, you know, a heavy duty one. I don't use it as much as I should. I think I should use it more because it kind of gives me a sense of security, I feel like. But anyway, she had a walker too, and hers was similar to mine, but not quite as nice. And she was telling us that she got a walker at Goodwill, and or not Goodwill, but a thrift store, and the one she had broke. The wheels fell off of it, and so she had taken it back, and they actually exchanged it and gave her a new one, which was fabulous. You know, not a lot of places would do that, so it was sweet that they did do that for her. But she could have been nicer, and she kind of told us her whole story. And as she was sitting there talking, I felt like this could be one of my crafty friends. You know, she could be one of my crafty friends easily. You know, I don't know if she, you know, it's probably not her thing, and I didn't really ask her, but, you know, it was just, it's nice to have the support of other women, I feel like. And, you know, she didn't know me from Adam, although strangers like to talk to me for some reason, and I don't know why, because I'm like, I'm probably the least person they really should be talking to, but, look how that turned out. That's really cool, right? Yeah, I kind of like it. Alright, now let's flip it over and glue it. Okay. We're just going to put glue there. And then we're going to come back and, I don't know, should we cover this or should we, I don't know how to do, what I want to do with this. If we should cover it or if we should just leave it. I think we'll leave it and I'll just cut them. Okay, I'll just come back in and cut those off. There. Very cool. This was actually kind of fun. I would have never done this. This is just another thing. It's just taking me out of my comfort zone. And you know what? I feel like I've been much more creative, like off camera by doing things. Like things are finally starting to click a little bit in my mind for me, which I'm really enjoying that. Okay. Now, there, 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 and there. Okay. I know sometimes people probably get tired of hearing I feel like it's, you know, sometimes life just lifes, right? Sometimes it's just one thing after another. And, oops, no, 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 no. Okay. So, I feel like sometimes when I just finally get over one thing, another thing happens. Okay. I think cutting them right there makes them less noticeable. Right? Kind of cutting them on that line. You know, it just looks, it's a trick to the eye, right? You think, oh, that's just part of that line extending down. That's all it is. I didn't do this one. Okay. And then these, just gonna do that. Okay. Alright. So now we've got our woven piece. Let's get rid of these. Okay. We need to create a hinge. I shouldn't have cut one of those. We need, like, let's just use these. We need a hinge. Okay. Let's do it this way because that way that's going to be covered up. Put the hinge on this side. No. Wait. Cut it right there. Okay. Do it like that. And that way that is out like that. Okay. Right? No. That. Hinge out. Yes. Okay. I'm confusing myself. Alright, we're going to put a hinge here. Alright, let's get those out of the way. Bring our book back in here. And that will be a tip-in. Okay. Let's hinge this. Let's do it that way. Perfect. kind of cool, actually. All right. Okay, so we've got tip in. We used weave, we used washi tape, and we used heavy heat. So we have done everything that we needed to do. Look, we're only at 37 minutes. That's not too bad. Now we need to decorate this somehow. I kind of feel like we need to bring these women back in just to kind of finish off this kind of, make it look togetherness, kind of. I don't know. What do you think? All right, let me grab them. Hold on. Okay. Where did they go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Cotton Eye Joe. People even still do that anymore? Probably not. Oh, look, this one goes perfect with this. She's green, so not so much. I just feel like she goes fabulously with this. Where do we want to put her? Let's cut her out. These are so cool. I don't even remember where I got them, to be quite honest. And I don't even know if they're saved, like, if I would want to print them again, where the heck they are. I'm getting better about that kind of stuff now. But in the beginning, and I think I've had these for quite a long time, I was not very good about, well, I didn't know how to organize my printables yet. Now that song's gonna be stuck in my head. Thanks a lot, me. I am my own worst enemy sometimes, I swear. Okay. I think we'll add her there. We definitely need something else, though. Let's see what we've got going on in here. I kind of feel like, I don't know, we need some kind of, ooh, that might be interesting. A keyhole. There's a bunch of keyholes. Oh. These are cogs. Keyholes. There's a lot of keyholes. I was looking for more like a plaque. Oh, that might be interesting, but that's a four-leaf clover. There's a button. What is that? Ornate thing with a rope. A rope-de-dope. Kind of like that one better. What's this? Oh, that's like a lock. There's some cool stuff in here. That's why I pulled this down the other day, because I'm like, I forgot I have it. If I don't see it, sometimes I forget that I have it. And I need to be using this kind of stuff. Ooh, that is so pretty. Here's one of the hands. So very cool. I made these. They're embossed. Little dangles. They're so cool. There's scissors. There's a magnifying glass. So cool. Oh wait, what's that? Ooh, those are acorns. That's neat. Is that a Saint? Oh, that's a Saint Anne. Aww. Saint Anne. Okay. I think we'll use those. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna use that. We'll use this for an opening. I feel like something needs to be behind that. It needs to be like old book page, or let's see. Pretty sure I got all the. This is gonna be big enough. What is this one? The writing's pretty big on that though. I don't really want to cover up from that much of the. I think it just needs to have something in the background. Ooh, look, it's got some of the. What if we did that? Oh, I don't know. I really like that one. Should we just. Finish it all. Let's do that. Okay. I really want that to stay right there. So we're going to just do that. Do this. Okay. And then we're going to put this on here. Oh, that corner's bent over, but I really like it that it did that. So I think I'll do the same here. There we go. And I'll just bend the corner. This one as well. To make it almost look like a tag. Let's just glue those down so they don't go anywhere. Okay, and we'll trim that off. Okay. That will go there. Yes, I like that much better. Alright, let's glue this down. Is this a sticker? It feels like it is. Yes, it is, actually. Okay. So we'll stick that there. Okay, and this can go here. Actually, let me grab it. Grab a little circle. And we need a brad. Let's use one of these. A little mini brad. Oh, I just realized that I shouldn't have recorded a video for today. Because tomorrow's Wednesday. And this video is going to be for Wednesday. Dagnabbit. Now what am I going to do? Because I've already got it done. So I'm just going to have to drop the video tomorrow morning. And I don't know. I don't want to confuse everybody. Maybe I won't have a live tomorrow night. Dagnabbit. Why won't that? Trying to get that to stay. But I don't think I'm having much luck. I should have just put it through both. It's not too late. Let's just put it through both of them. It'll be alright. I'm just making all kinds of mistakes today, aren't I? Welcome to the mistake show today. Oh, it's alright. Where is that the hole right there? I think it is. Yeah, it's right there. Alright. Yep. Well, you know what? I could do... I could do the very last day of the month, and that way the last day I could repost the introduction post the new list. I think I'll do that. I'll do a date going forward. And that way you'll get, like, I don't know. Because I don't have anything else to do for the live tomorrow night. So I can either cancel it, or I can... Alright, tip in. We're getting to be almost an hour, so I need to get moving on this. Alright, I'll figure it out later. It's not your problem, it's my problem. Let's see. What did we use? We used flowers. We used purple last time, but I kind of think we need something more neutral. Neutral flowers. Look at all these lovely little goodies. All these lovely little goodies. Look, this one is stuck in here. That is not a good thing. I don't know how we're going to get that out of there. Yep, I'm going to have to tear it. Okay, let's find something neutral. Ooh, that's so pretty. That actually kind of matches. I don't mind that at all, actually. Actually, I don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. Yeah, I don't see anything else that goes as well. But we can't just put that on there by itself. Gotta need something else to go with it. Wish I had more of these. I don't even know when this is out of watercolor paper. So it must have been a watercolor flower that I did at some point. I kind of like it though. Okay, so I wish I had more. I don't even know what color that is. It's kind of like a purple, it's a glittery color. Purplish. So pretty. There's a piece of music sheet. I don't have very much of this in here. I never have a ton of these scraps, to be quite honest. And I think we would have to grunge it up. What's that? Maybe that. Maybe that. That. And maybe a ticket. Oh, I know what we could use. Here I am creating more clusters. I have all these. That says like 1906. These are those tags that Diane had told us about. Wait, what's this for? Number 45. I kind of like that because the colors almost match. I kind of like that. I love these. Look, there's like addresses. I went through and separated them all. These are countries, and there's fancy ones. There's flowers. I don't know what these are. Male ones. charts, months. It's pretty cool. Okay, so maybe we do that. This definitely has to be grimed up. Let's grind this up. There, that there, that there, like that. Okay. Okay. There. There. There, and then stick this in here. Oh, now I don't know where I want it. I feel like I kind of feel like we need to cover that up on this side so that it could possibly be a writing spot, or maybe make a writing spot here. Let's get a piece of let's glue that down there. This is scrumptious. This is coffee dyed. I did that. I did that. Okay, let's do it this way. Make a spot, a writing spot there. That is secret. Okay. And then I feel like we need some kind of doily or something here. There's my basket of crud. Maybe not that one. Maybe I kind of feel like it needs to be bigger than that, though. Are these bigger than that? Not really. Let me grab a bigger doily. Oh. Alright, let's just set these aside. Let me go grab a bigger one. Hold on. I know. Be right back. Let's see about this size. think that's better because I'm not going to use the whole thing though. I'm only going to use part of it. And I want to ink. Okay, so let's put this up here. And then I want to cut it there. Oop. Like that. Okay. Let's ink this. I think I need to copy dye some of these doilies. What do we think? Okay. All right. That'll do. Put that there. And this will be done and dusted. Ta-da! Ta-da! I don't mind that hangs off a little bit. It's fine. Okay. Look, we're almost halfway there. Okay. Sorry that this is once again taking so long. Let's zoom in for you. Okay. So we have the color is Heavy Heat. We did a really dark, like a burgundy red. Tip In was the make. Tip In. And this was a tip in that we made. There. Oh. There we go. Weave, we wove the brown paper bag. And washi tape, we added a piece of washi tape to the edge here. So washi tape was the element, weave was the action, tip in was the make, and Heavy Heat was the color. So this is for Wednesday, August 13th. It's our 13th prompt, dear prompt. And I will have to let you know what I decide to do about the live, because I'm going to have to post this tomorrow morning, and I don't know what I want to do about that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Alright, so remember that crafting is cheaper than therapy, and we get to make really cool stuff. And the most important thing is we get to make really cool friends. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Ta-ta!